Hello everyone. Today, what topic I am going to talk about? Before coming to that, I would like to say something which is very useful actually. Uh, Many of you might have felt in India, consulting a doctor is not considered to be a very good habit. You know, like people try something at home, then they go to the doctor. If it doesn't work out, they try something. If it doesn't work out, they will go to the doctor. Now, the question is, can this be followed for everything and is it a good habit? So let's not well into it, but let's introduce today's topic. I'm going to talk about counseling, meeting a psychologist when you have mental health problems. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Um, so when it comes to mental health issues, worries, problems, you know, it has to be addressed in a unique manner. But there is something common between other diseases and mental health problems that you need to see a doctor, right? So, in case of mental health problems, you may have to meet a counselor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist based on your condition. Now, why there is so much taboo about meeting a counselor, if you have a mental health problem? So you have a problem and you have a concern and it's troubling you. Maybe for example, take overthinking. So you are thinking about overthinking. I mean, that comes like loop. So that introduces a question of like if somebody has overthinking, what he or she has to do. So if it is to a certain degree which is not troubling you or not creating a problem for doing some your regular routine, your regular work, then in that case, maybe you can consider it as it is a small problem and it is resolved over the period of time. But there are some problems which you go through to state a prime example of depression, anxiety, overthinking, loop of thoughts. So these thoughts, these problems, when they exist, they just don't go away. So in that case, you need to consult a concerned person. And in that case, in your case, it might be a psychologist. So why and how to consult a psychologist? So there are multiple methods in which psychologist analyzes your problem. Okay. So now you have a health problem which is troubling you. What you do? You seek a doctor, right? You have fever, you go to a doctor, general physician. If you have heart problem, you go to a heart specialist. If you have a respiratory problem, pulmonologist. So you go to a doctor and you try to get your problem resolved. When you have a mental health problem, it is equally important for you to consult a concerned person and try to figure out how you can come out of that problem. It is not at all a shame, or people might not think, uh, people will never think that you are mad. So that concept is there. If you are going to a psychiatrist or psychologist, means that you have some mental health problem which is troubling you, which is making you mad. So the madness and the mental health problem are different. I'll give you an example. You have a fever and you have a typhoid. So if you have fever, you are going to a doctor. It doesn't mean that you have typhoid, right? So why to superimpose or exaggerate a mental health problem? You don't have to. You see a psychologist. She will go through your problem, understand your concerns, and suggest a solution. If the solution works for you, it's well and good. If not, she can also suggest you to consult a psychiatrist, or vice versa. You go to a psychiatrist and they say that okay, you don't need a medicine, you actually need to consult a counselor. So remember one thing: when you have a problem, mental health problem, so don't feel you are alone. Talk to your family. Tell them that you have this problem and what we can do about it. They might help you to meet a psychologist. And earlier, as I was suggesting, so how to consult a psychologist, right? I was talking about it earlier. So there are online and offline platforms available. There are a lot of services which offer online consulting also. I would strongly suggest you meet a psychologist offline, go to the clinic, visit her or him, and talk to the counselor directly. To quote my example, even I have taken counseling session multiple times. When I have felt that my emotions are overwhelming and it is obstructing my work, I don't know what to do in life. I feel sometimes terribly depressed or anxious to the core. So I go to a psychologist and discuss my problems, and to understand what I am going through, what could be done about it, how to solve the problem and all. So if you have a relationship problem, for example, in that case also, if you're not able to solve it, you're not able to understand what is going through, what is going on with you can consult a psychologist, take a solution for that. In a sense, the counselor will not give you a ready-made solution. He or she will give you a, a direction in which you can think clearly. See, for me, the best part about counseling is it helps me to put my thoughts into a perspective, understand what I am going through and what I should be doing. So, getting it? So, mental health problems are common these days. The situations are stressful. You have a large amount of work to do. You have a lot of things to manage. You are multitasking. You are doing so many things. You are going to gym. You are doing yoga. You are doing this, that. Your health problems are there. You are aging. You are having relationship problems. So it is sometimes definitely could be overwhelming, and you that can lead to mental health concerns. So in that case, I would strongly suggest you to go to a counselor, talk to them. They will help you to resolve the issue. Do this as soon as possible. Thank you so much.